So let's jump out of it and into some charts. All right, pulling up the S&P 500 futures. Since everybody seems to be established, we didn't have anybody new. We'll just start and go through it. Everybody knows why I use S&P 500 futures, the E-minis. Now we're in this giant triangle here, defined by Monday's price action. It's Monday drop. We have today a fairly strong rally. Now, if you're in Discord, which I assume most of the people here, since you're familiar with my stuff, you're in Discord, we had this 1, 2, 3 potential. But the problem today is that we overlapped the bottom of 1. This line right here, we color it a different color. This dark blue line right here. Yeah, we're as dark as we can, bold as we can make it. This move today overlapped that move. Now this leaves us with the possibility that this is a diagonal. A little less reliable, but a diagonal would look something like this. So we could see a move up to the top of the diagonal and be like 1, 2, 3. The 4 could hit up here, and then 5, wherever it hits down here. Doesn't have to make a lower low at this point, but we could get a move up for 4 and then down for 5, and that can complete this thing. And this thing's a horrible color, so let's try to color it something different. There we go. All right, so we've got this downward channel at this point. So looking for a move back up to test the top of the channel. And if it just drops out tonight, I mean, that's all well and good. That just means that the thing's a little steeper like this, and this thing didn't connect up properly. So it just gets a little goofy on the proportions. But right there, we could get a move down into this area right here where we found these bottoms before, where we found support. So that's something to watch out for. Now, if it breaks out of this channel, if we break back above, say, somewhere around 4,500, if we get a move back up that breaks above that, then this thing's over, and we're more like a big 1, 2, and we're going to be looking for a 3, 4, 5 up. All right. So this is a big decision point here. Now, if it, another, point of support is this trend line that it's formed with the low from January 24th and the low from Valentine's Day Monday. Those two lows form a trend line. If we break that trend line, the direction's down, and we're probably going to retest this 4,200, if not a little lower. So that's the parameters in the general market right now. We're in kind of a big question mark dangerous spot right here. And the most bearish setup, it already invalidated today with this strong bullish candle. But, it's already turning a little sour here after the 6 p.m. restart in futures. So if you didn't know, the trading day starts at 6 p.m. in futures. We've already had a little bit of pullback coming down here into the 30-minute. We started out a little bit bearish here. This is the 6 p.m. candle, and this is the 6:30 candle. We started out a little bit bearish. Now, it's not a lot of bit bearish because we've been sideways since 3:30 in the morning. Made a high about 7 a.m., made a low about 9 a.m., made a lower high right here at 11 a.m., made a lower low than this low back here at 12:30, and we made a higher high than this high right here, but not than this high back here at 3:30. That candle right there was almost the whole range of the day, though, of the regular open market. So this is a muddy pattern right here. Muddy, muddy, muddy. basically a big caution zone. It's going to break out of here one way or another. Maybe to the downside, maybe to the upside. Just have to see what happens. Now, NQ, pop up to the daily. Big tech, it hit the oval I put on here a couple of days ago. Now, if we look at this, it had a 1, 2, 3 retrace, struck right in that area, past the 100%. Found a little support there. It was a green doji on Monday. Strong candle today, but it didn't break above Friday. Didn't break above the action from Friday. So inside candle is what that is. See, the low is higher than Friday's low, and the high is lower than Friday's high. That's an inside candle. That's indecision. So the market's really indecision. And we can see that over here too. While today's action was not an inside from Friday on ES, because Monday was lower and it was not a little doji, but you know, tech is saying we've got indecision. So this can go lower or it can break out higher. We kind of have the same trend going here in this channel right here. So we can extend up and retest the top of this channel. If that holds, we're likely to come down and retest the bottom of the channel and probably the prior low around 13,700. That's something to watch on NASDAQ for tech stocks. All right, so Russell. Right now, this had a 3-wave move up. It didn't quite get to where the first move up and this second move up were equal. It came up a little shy, so it has a room to go a little higher up to about 2137. It could retest this area right here, but it doesn't have to. It can just decide to drop on out and make a lower low. Now we do have a trend of higher lows going here. Looking something like that. Ignore the one green one. We got this low, this low, this low, kind of connecting up here. So as long as those lows hold on any next pullback, the move is bullish. If we start breaking that trend line though, the move can be bearish on small caps. So something to keep an eye on for small caps. Oil got up to some mega targets here. Expand this out just a touch here. Right there, we had a high of 95.82 on oil on Monday. I thought we were going to break out today. Turned out it was a relatively down day, but it was a healthy retrace. We needed a retrace. Oil's kind of been ripping a little bit. If we compare this move down to today's move down, this move that happened February 4th through the 9th, today was pretty much that whole, like an echo of that move. So we could possibly get another move out. So we exceeded the 1272 last time. So if this thing goes bullish, like it's already starting to today, we can see 97 to 99 on this next push up. We come right back up in here, be right in that zone. And that can happen pretty quickly the next day or 3. Could happen this week. This pullback was quick. The next move up could take, I don't know, 3 times as long. So one day pullback, you could expect 3 days to run out, 3-4 days. So we could see that move up into that area this week. Gold has been rocking pretty good. Made a higher high today and then pulled back pretty substantially. Still, I mean, it retested the highs and rejected. Just like I said, it would, it's going to find resistance there. So we need to see gold get a little more oomph to it and break through 1880, this 1882. And it came right to it. and stopped and retraced. So we need to see it pop on up through there and be bullish. Over the weekend there, that was a huge gap up that is probably looking to fill. And what do I mean by the gap? See where this closed on Friday, right here. And then it opened on Monday right there. That left a giant gap in here. This may, people who were short oil, short gold may need gold to revisit this price so they can make it right before we can see the higher prices on gold. Now, some of my favorite ways to play gold right now, GOLD, which is a Barrick mining company. These candles look a lot better than the actual gold futures right there. Nice big pop. These candles are both green. We are kind of holding the high from back here in November. So if you're going to get into it, I'd want to see that break right there, break above 21. But I am in some $23 calls out to January 2023. Because if this thing can break out, we're looking for like a big move. We're looking for a big move up. All right. So that's the major things I typically cover. We can go through a little bit of Bitcoin. Nice move up today, nice recovery. Didn't break higher than the February 10th high. Still find a little bit of resistance right there on the line. It's right at that 618 right there. 618 of this candle over here. So we have a larger 618 too. If we go off the high, the highest high and the lowest low right there, and it comes in right in that same area. So find a little bit of resistance getting through this zone. Some fib levels lining up to give us a little bit of resistance. Now, we've also had price rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Now the 5th time for moving up through here. So we've got a box that we're going to have to push up through. Going to have to get above probably close to 46,000 per Bitcoin to really see the next move higher. So we've got the 144 EMA on the daily sitting right there, coming down toward us. So if you're watching crypto, we need to bust up through this zone right there. That's the next level. Now, getting above 42 was super awesome, and it's led to higher prices, just like it said it would. And I'm still expecting higher prices, but this is the next hurdle that we've got to get through. Otherwise, we'll just spend some time consolidating before we can break this hurdle. So, any questions on Bitcoin before I move on? All right, Ethereum. This chart looks a little different, right? This daily, like we had nice big fat candles. We didn't have these long topping tails like we did on, see here on Bitcoin, we had nice big long tails where we ran price up and then it got sold back off. But Ethereum, we're not seeing that same kind of action. We had that tail and then we closed up there and then we took it all back and then we took it back for a couple of days. Now we've had 2 days of green. Now, one of the things to watch, 2 days of green, if we can get a 3rd day of green, 3 green days in a row, when it's Ethereum and Bitcoin together. And we haven't really had 3 green days of Ethereum that match the 3 green days of Bitcoin yet. If we can see 3 green days on both of them, that usually kicks off a trend that'll run for a week up to a month. So it usually is a minimum of a week, and then typically it'll run for up to a month of several green days in a row. That's something to keep an eye on. If both of those can agree, it usually takes the whole crypto market higher. All right. Any requests? Let's open up for requests. We've kind of gone through the general market for 15 minutes here. Now I'll take some requests, cover what you want to see today. Had no preconceived notions of what anybody would want to look at. So floor is open. We've already doubled the amount of people here since I first got started. So how am I covering the Fed hikes? Well, I think the Fed hikes are going to be bullish. They'll lead to some immediate, short-term volatility as the market digests it, but in 6 to 12 months, we're going to be higher. So I don't feel like the Fed hikes at this point are going to lead to additional bearishness. I've been digging into a lot of the numbers on prior hikes, and it leads to bullish price action in the market. All right. John wants to see HAL. Let's pull that up and look at it. All right. Well, looks like it's been on a heck of an uptrend here. All right. I see ABBV and Mara and Roblox. We'll get to those in just a few minutes. So we've got this trend going right here. Expand it out just a little bit. Grab my 2-point fib tool. Grab the high, grab the low. We poked through the 1618, and up next is the 2.272 around 36.39. So if it can hold this uptrend it's got going right here and bounce, we could see a move right up in this area. I think on the micro time frame, yeah, there's not really a good fib confluence on the current pullback, but we could see it rally right up to that 36.39. That'd be the next area I'd want to watch very closely. All right. Yeah, GOLD, it's a Barrick Mining. I am in a January 2023 and $23 call. So $23 strike, January 2023. So it's a leap, long-term equity anticipation product. I'm in that call out that far, expecting gold to break out of this funk, see some higher prices. Now, if we just revisit the high, we're already looking at 25. And if we were able to make some positive price action, and that's the high from this May, if we revisit the all-time high back here from 2020, we could be looking at 30s, 30, 31. So if this thing can get going, has some bullish potential. All right. All right, we covered HAL. Let's go with ABBV. Well, that's coming right up to that 145.82. If you're long, I'd be looking to take some take or protect your profit here off of this prior pullback right here. This is as a 272 extension. As far as getting further extensions, 153 and 192, but they become less and less likely without getting a big pullback. So keep an eye on that one. I'd probably strongly consider protecting my profit if we got anything above 145.82. All right, MARA. I've talked about this one quite a bit in quite a few different services. So right here is the big thing. This low over here coming across. As long as we're maintaining this higher low, this has a 1-2 potential setup, and we're working on the 3 right now. I think Bitcoin itself is going to help propel this higher. We do have some resistance coming up as this 144 EMA on the daily comes down. So somewhere around 33, 34, 35, 32, the 32, 35 zone. We're going to meet some resistance there as we come up in there. Breaking above there can be bullish. I still have some triple digit targets, holding a lot of shares. I'm looking for targets way up in the 200s really. So this is a long-term trade for me. I've got quite a few $100,000 on this trade. So, all right, Roblox. Red bearish daily trend. It did make a lower low than the IPO price recently. This can retrace back up in here somewhat significantly. before it finds resistance again. How far? Well, let's run a 2-point tool from the high to the low. Highest high, lowest low. It could retrace to 97 before it decided to turn around and go down. So it does have quite a bit of potential to go up from the 73 level it's at to 97. That's the area to watch. Of course, the other level to watch is when it meets this daily 144 EMA right in here. So it'll be a first test. If it can break right on through, and it's probably headed up to this 97 area. Now, if it turns down, if it doesn't make it all the way up there, if it turns down right here, watch out, it's probably going to make a lower low. All right. All right, AAP, not AAPL. Finger automatically put the L in there. All right, advanced auto parts. Looks like retested the roadmap line. I don't have the roadmap line turned on here, but let's turn it on. I've got a secret addition to my Echo Trades thing. There's the roadmap line. Holding it. Came down, tested it in a 3-move pattern. A, B, C. First move down. Second move up. Third move down. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Let's see. Grab the tool. Got to move all the zoom things off of the thing here. Elliott wave correction. So this looks something like A, B, C. Using the 3-point tool. Yeah, held 100% right there. So A equals C. That's a beautiful place to hold. Now, if you're not in it yet, I'd want to see it break above probably that spot right in there, about 234. Go from the highest high to the lowest low. Yeah, clear that 618 level, 61.8%. Get above there. Can be bullish. Break up through there. Above 234. We're looking for 253, 265. This thing's been quite bullish for a long time. This is the first time we've hit the roadmap line since this time last year. So this thing could kick off a year-long run again. Can be looking at levels much higher than even the 1618. So last time we did this, we ran out to the 272. So 272 this time, 289 area. All right, Unity, excuse me, Unity software. Have you ever coded anything in Unity? I've written a game in Unity. So we came up, didn't even hit the target on the last run up here. From the time this IPO, this 3 moves up, like things that IPO tend to be corrective. So we had that first day there, and the move up, move down A, move up C, and we're starting this move down. These things are corrective moves. I expect eventually we're going to see a lower low than we had at the IPO. Something lower than here eventually. How it gets there, I'm not sure how it's going to go down, but I believe just in the pattern that we'll probably see something that breaks down through the 64 area. If you're long right now, I don't know what to tell you. That's a red daily trend. It did get a 513 cross on the daily, and it could go up and retrace and retest this 127 area. But right now, that's not one that I would be jumping into. All right. Got Mariano, 2 questions. Where's my stop for Bitcoin? for my 42 long. And cannot access my recommendations. All right. Mariano, throw in your email address and we'll get some information to you. All right. Joey, get into Discord. I've got all sorts of protective trades on. Discord is where it's happening. All right, I do have an XSP put, Fred. I do, and I still have it, and it may go out for 0 this Friday. But if we get the drop, we'll make some money on the XSP. All right. Roblox is down 62 after hours. I need to turn on some. Let's pop back up to RBLX. RBLX. Oh yeah, post. I see it over there. Yeah, so already dropping. Is that on earnings? Yep. Yeah, I'm expecting it to go down. I mean, that's all right. My man Steven's got your information, Mariano, and we're gonna hook you up. We'll get you some more information. We'll get somebody to help you. All right. JetBlue, JBLU. Well, it looks like a roadmap trade going down. See what happened right here? We broke down through the roadmap line, retested it here. It went down further, retested it here. My arrow is not working good. Tested it here, went down more. And we retested it here. We went down, didn't make a lower low, but we went down to the bottom again. Now we're retesting that thing one more time. Now, if we can be constructive and move up through, come back and retest the roadmap line, then we can see something positive. Right now, I wouldn't touch that thing. I mean, look at this. While the market's been crazy bullish, this thing since April of last year has been going down, making lower lows and lower highs. And really, if you go off the lows here to the highs, we've got a giant box that takes us all the way back to November 2020, and it hasn't gone anywhere. For my money, I'm not going to touch that for now. I mean, maybe there's some opportunity to make some money on the swings. That's not what I do. I don't try to trade in the box. I like things that are trending. So, all right. Confused about Roblox after hours. What about it? Let me see if I can pull up some after hours data for you. They announced some earnings. It looks like it was not the greatest. I already told you I thought it was going to go down. And maybe it'll go up, but I mean, the trend is down. It's probably making a lower low. This could just be a retrace that, you know, on the after hours. And we got support right there at 60.58. So if it does this, like if it bounces off 60.58, if it finds support right there, let's clear off these other arrows so it's not so confusing. Let's jump down a time frame just a little bit. Make this much bigger so we can see what I'm talking about. So we've got this move up. This move up happened right here. If this thing comes down, find support right here, right on the 618 area, right in here, find support there, and then starts the next move up. That's a measured bounce setup that I teach in the FIB class. Now, if it doesn't find support right there, watch out below. It can make a lower low. All right. Now, if it bounces here, then you do have to watch the daily 144 EMA, like I was mentioning. You know, the arrows are going to overlap kind of. Grab another arrow. So you do have to watch this roadmap line, daily 144 EMA, up here around 82-ish. And then you'll have to watch this for continued price action up. Otherwise, I still expect this thing to go lower. I expect a final flush out. But it does tend to be corrected. Like we got that 1, 2, 3 move up, just like on Unity. Like we were talking about. There goes 1, 2, 3 up. And then we made a lower low. That's kind of what I expect to happen on Unity. We did this 1, 2, 3 up. And I kind of expect it to make a lower low. It's just the IPOs tend to do this. Like what's a correct, moves of 3 are corrective. And they tend to lead to lower prices. Tend to be counter trend. All right. All right, we've gone half an hour. I've got to the end of the request, so give you a little opportunity here. I was using the roadmap line tonight, and I'm going to offer you to join me in Market Roadmap. If you're not a member already, you go to jeffreytrader.com/MRM, Mike Romeo Mike. Down there at the bottom, call 855-454-0816. You get a weekly watch list every week. Lately, the last 6 or 7 weeks, I've been doing a weekly video also, going through the whole thing with entries and exits and targets and everything. You'll get Discord access, tons of education. Like I said, lots of videos that come out every week. If you're in Discord and you see those videos and you're like, man, that was 2 weeks old. Well, if you're in Market Roadmap, you get the most recent video. If I put one out that week, you'll get the most recent video. You'll get the watch list, all the details right there in Discord every week on Sunday before the market even comes around on Monday. Yeah, you can study charts on that Sunday afternoon and be prepared. So jeffreytrader.com/MRM. Good attempt, Stephen. Didn't quite get there with the link. Try my hand at it. Right there in the chat for everybody. So give it a shot if you don't. I mean, it's like $47 for a year, and you get a watch list every single week. We've been having up to 20 watch list items a week. Some of them have made people quite a bit of money. Lots of, they're pretty big picks, pretty good picks. So Lukeman says probably the best service he's subscribed to from Jeffrey. So Kimberly says, good night, everybody. Let's see if I can grab that from Lukeman. Let's see. I probably don't have all my screen sharing on. Oh, excuse me. Then a surprise cough got me. Right there. That was right in the chat. Any questions before I get going here? I gotta go get me something to eat. A little bit hungry. Yeah, it's $47 for a year. We do offer some upgrades of some sort for more stuff, but $47 a year gets you that weekly watch list with entries. The best I can help you. I even got an indicator that works in TradingView that gives you the roadmap line. So the boss isn't with me, unfortunately. She had to stay home and watch the teenagers. We didn't feel it was appropriate to leave 2 teenage boys in high school alone to their own devices right now. So she stayed in Knoxville. I'm down here in Jacksonville for a couple of days. I'll be back Thursday afternoon. All right. Yeah, I'm down in Jacksonville right now. So strike price on gold. GOLD, Barrick Mining, was $23 strike in January of 2023. So 23.23. It's out there almost a year. So all right. Thanks, everybody. Remember, jeffreytrader.com/MRM. This is on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, remember to like, subscribe for more content. Come back and visit us again next week. We'll have another market appreciation video, probably back at the regular 5 p.m. Eastern time when I'm back home. So thanks everybody for coming by. I appreciate you coming and spending a little bit of time with me tonight while I'm down here in Jacksonville, Florida. I already saw Marquet Latimer, Rob Booker, Lance Ippolito, and some of the team members that work in the background. So Steven's here in the hotel with me. Not in the room, but he's downstairs somewhere. So I'll tell everybody you guys said hi, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Have a great week.